So have y'all seen the 36hourslater.com that Tory Lanez and his team released today?
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I've seen part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Like,
Is that, first of all, that Megan body cam footage is not new, right?
It's okay. So yes, no. So it wasn't public, like the full thing. Meaning, like there's the footage from like the sky. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But like the full footage, and then the body cam from Sean. I think was not played in court because Sean just admitted, I told the police this. Because
she clearly, in that body cam footage, says that it's glass in her foot.
And,
you seen it?
Yeah. No, and like beyond that though, so, and outside of her saying, I stepped on glass, again, initially, right? So why I think it was like very like suspicious is she's sitting down talking like to the cop, not frantic at all, calm, stoic, don't appear to be in pain. And I'm like, a gunshot victim, you as a woman, you guys, bro, you gonna be frantic, right? You're like, oh. And then two, like not only did like she say I stepped on glass, while she was walking out the car, before she even said anything, the police said, "Oh, she just stepped on glass." I'm stoic, don't appear to be in pain. Right? And then, it's crazy. You feel me? And then when she like, and when the cop like went like towards like the black SUV, they seen like the glass that she actually stepped on.
Why was this not presented?
It was presented, but he still got convicted, and that's what they're saying.
That's crazy,
right? No, but my theory is this: because a gun was shot. Now, when she's in a hospital bed, she says, or she told like the doctor, I stepped on glass the other day and I stepped on glass today as well. My theory is when she stepped on
big ass feet, just stepping on all kinds of glass.
Well, alleged alcoholic, okay? Well, again, alleged alcoholic.
That's crazy.
So my theory is when she stepped on glass the other day, she still had cuts, right? Now, when she got into the argument with Kelsey, because they actually showed pictures of Kelsey was torn up. And then there's rap lyrics that was not used in court of Megan Thee Stallion rapping and bragging about up Kelsey, talking about snitch who? I ain't tell no police who shot me, right? How a who got her chain snatched still talking? So Megan is rapping and bragging about whooping the out of Kelsey. Now, is it out of the realm of possibility of who just got tore the out about, bro, Kelsey's leg got digs in it, scratches in it, cuts, is crazy, bleeding from her leg. So is it out of the realm of possibility that a bitch who just got up by somebody 6 inches taller, at about 40 pounds heavier, grab a gun and started firing? Now, I do believe that Kelsey did fire a gun towards Meg, but what I do believe is because of the cut from the other day on her leg still, that when she was fired, it never hit her, it ricocheted, there was bullet fragments, and Megan stepped on the bullet fragments and it got into her foot. However, I don't believe that Tory Lanez sat Dan's and shot her legs. Now, Megan in her first statement said... So
do you believe that he aimed a shot at her and tried to shoot at her?
I'll be real. I've been 100% convinced. My mind has been changed. At first, I thought Tory Lanez, nigga, you 100% guilty because I was in court. But a lot of things like that's coming out now, some was not really like played in court. Now I'm seeing, I'm like, hold on, bro, right? It's the full story. And then, right?
So you don't believe he intentionally shot at her? Where did the bullet come from?
I don't believe Tory Lanez touched that gun at all.
Who shot the gun?
I think Kelsey shot the gun, right? Because also, too, the owner of the gun, the identity or the name of who owned the gun has been sealed by the prosecutors.
Which is odd.
Why would it be sealed?
Sealed by the prosecutor shows that it's definitely not Tory's.
Come on, right? It's Kelsey.
Definitely not Tory's. But he's not allowed to own a firearm anyway, right?
Tory Lanez?
Yeah, if you're like a foreign citizen, you can't.
He can.
No. Well, no.
He can get permission to have a firearm in the States.
If he has a green card.
Which I'm assuming he has.
No, because in any country, there's the ability to carry a firearm in if it is needed. That's what presidents and all that use for their security when they go to, or regular citizens. I learned this when I was going to Africa and the white dudes was carrying guns to the airport because they go out there to go hunting.
Sure.
So you can get allowances to take guns you can get allowances to carry guns in countries that have a restriction on guns. So you definitely could get one to carry one in the United States for security.
No.
Not to say say that he did or didn't have that.
In California specifically,
we probably got the strictest
you have to have at least a green card. Meaning this, okay? If
you need to be attempting citizenship.
Yeah. If you are in a Sali, you are on a visiting visa, you are a refugee, so like that, you cannot own a gun. In California, you have to have a permanent resident card to own a gun. You feel me? And like in California.
Okay.
You feel me?
So, but regardless, the gun, for some reason, they're not showing who the registered owner is, and it's most likely 99% not Tory Lanez.
Because the gun, bro, the gun was like a like
a 380?
No, it was like a brightish color. I don't want to say if it's like light green or pink. You feel me?
I want to clarify this. According to AI, yes, foreign nationals can own guns in California, but there are restrictions and requirements. Specifically, non-immigrant aliens are generally prohibited from possessing firearms unless they meet certain exceptions. He can have I'm sure with the money he has, he can afford to get this pushed through.
But it's not his gun, though, is the whole point.
Yeah, and even with
it's not his gun, though.
Even with his security, and when they seal the owner of the gun, it could be a situation where there's like a company or something who has security, and they might have, hey, Tory, we'll let you carry this gun for your own protection. But they probably petition to the prosecutor like, hey, this is what we do as a business and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Can you just exclude that we were the people who technically own it? There's a lot that goes on.
Or it's Kelsey's gun.
Or it's Kelsey's gun.
Well, the gun was like a bright color.
But the
so
thing
that
I'm telling
kind of adds more credence to it being a girl's gun.
When you're looking at 10 years in prison and you're a musician who can make millions and you're signed to a record label, all this would have came out if it was going to impact the case. Listen, the man was already convicted with all this evidence apparently exposed. On top of that, I read somewhere that he actually, on a phone call, admitted to somebody that he shot, Meg. And here's the thing. If Kelsey really shot at her, during court, why didn't anyone say that? Why didn't someone say, no, it was Kelsey who shot her and I tried to wrestle the gun away?
Well, who?
No one said it. He didn't even testify on his own behalf.
No, but who would have said it though?
He could have said it.
Tory on the, again, Tory said, I am bound to certain rules and regulations and I'm not allowed to take those things and say that person shot somebody.
Why?
Because he don't want to be a snitch, he said, which is
man, get the hell out of here. Listen. If two chicks are conspiring against you, lying on you, there's a rule in snitching. Once somebody start lying on you, you have the right to tell on them. Even a hood dude will tell you that. Because it's like this. We rob a spot. You the trigger man. They say, who the trigger man? We might not snitch on you. We might not say, oh, well, he shot. But the minute you try to say it was me or Lush and it was you, we now are absolved of that. And we can say, no. It was him. That's a rule of snitching.
Listen, I've brought it up with the Troy Ave and Tax Stone situation. Tax Stone started telling on Troy Ave first, and everybody said Troy Ave is a rat because Troy Ave said, what? I sat in jail for 3 months when this first happened. I didn't talk. I didn't tell nothing. I get out of jail. You get arrested. And within a month, you write in a letter to the judge like, bro, Troy Ave shot him. Like, why am I here? So people have said, you cannot like out snitch somebody.
The problem with
two wrongs don't make a right.
No, the problem with what you're saying is when you say I ask people. 90% of the people you asked ain't never been in this situation.
Well,
the other 10% are people who aren't even street people, never been in no crime situation. I'm telling you, and the chat will confirm. If you guys are all caught up in a situation, and the person who did the most damage starts trying to put that on you, guess what? It's either don't say nothing at all or as soon as somebody start talking, we all start talking.
Well,
That's for civilians' common
That's
sense.
not
No,
civilians.
exactly. You're speaking from a very common sense
That's
perspective.
that is not
Like
a rule just for civilians.
It's
We
never
found this
okay.
podcast and Brick has said the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's
I don't
never
care
okay
what-
to tell.
Yeah.
I have homies that
Yeah,
like
common
literally.
sense, you're
like,
right, but the streets is different.
I don't care what Brick said. The streets, whoever you think is from the streets saying that is lying to
But
you.
Brandon,
the minute somebody start telling
Yeah.
and lying,
Then you can tell too.
then it's opened up for everybody to start telling what happened.